fine. Let's see what's going on. Is that working? Oh. Oh, wait, no, I started it. Oh, okay, good. That is working. There we go. All right. I got to back out of this. Fresh. That not work? Are you kidding me? Yep, I thought. Okay. Do this. Place the name again with that. Okay. Thank you, Rumble. Make things overly complicated. Oh, yeah, I gotta change those hashtags. Oh, boy. Come on now. It's yeah. Save changes, right? Nope, I gotta refresh. Okay, gonna keep it there. That's cool. All right, well, refreshed again. Maybe now it will change it. Can we change it? Okay, well, last time this happened and I did this, it worked on the YouTube side. It did. Okay, cool. It is working now. We go here. Yep. Okay. Too many requests. Please try again in a moment. Now it's working. There we are. That's better. Although, wait, is it still... Okay, well, it shows that. Still has the other name. Concerns me. Please don't play volume. Okay. Oh, okay, good. Well, it seems to have changed it here. So, I don't know. I don't know why Rumble's weird like that. Does weird things half the time. All right, now let's see. Let everyone know that I am now live. Okay. Kick back into the mix. There we go. All right, everything's going good now. How are y'all doing today? Finally, have everything off the ground here. Everything's set up. Casey Tron, why does America suck? Hot topics, pop culture, just wow. It's amazing. That is absolutely incredible. To think that there are even 2,000 people in there that hate the country that much. So it's like, geez, you guys could collectively leave the country so easily. Literally go anywhere in the world. It's crazy. Crazy. We live in such a bad country that people refuse to leave. It's amazing how that works. Nobody ever flees the United States. You know? Nobody ever does. Doing pretty good. Lucids, how you doing? Oh, is it muffled? Oh, great. Let me hear the playback on this. I was wondering why. What was kind of going up with the volume here? Let's see. Nope. Oh, this is gonna sound weird for a second. There we go. Wow. Very muffled. That is absolutely unusual. That's weirdly muffled without sounding bad. What the heck? That's so weird. Hold on a second. Let me get my interface here. Ah. Sorry, that meter goes up like crazy. So whenever I turn my what's it called on my phantom power on, so I don't know if it actually would blow your guys' ears out or not because I can't hear what this microphone's doing. Anyway, how does it sound to you guys now? Is it still super muffled? Huh. I can't even get it to break into the red. That's weird. My compressor's not that good. Ah! Okay, there we go. Red. A little bit, though. I'll just test it anyway. Wow. Still muffled. Huh. What's going on? Hold on, filters. That's unusual. That's very, very unusual. Let's see here. Audio properties. Let's turn this on a bit. We'll see what the culprit is here. Okay, is it gain? Not gain. Nope, that doesn't matter. Gate? Nope, the gate doesn't matter. My compressor? Oh, wow. What is my compressor doing? Okay. Found the culprit. Where's the compressor control? Hello? Really? Okay. Filters. Open the plugin for it. There we go. Now, what's being rolled off? Whoa! What the heck? That's weird. Okay, where? I have my ratio. It's 6. That's not bad. Okay. That's weird. Okay. Now, why am I so muffled? What is this? Okay. There we go. A lot better. Why was... Oh. How did my threshold get moved so much? It's... Oh! It's a different default now. Weird. Okay. Take that bass down. I don't want it to be negative per se. Okay. Lower mids. That makes me tinny if I move that, really. Okay. I think it's fine there. But let's see. Now, bringing this down. Okay. That's a weird one. Very weird. 4. Let's see. Huh. Weird. Well, I wonder what that's about. 3 is... I need to shift this. Okay, let's take some of this out. Right here. Okay. That's not bad. Now let's go to 4 and kind of... Oh. Ooh. Okay. There we go. These bands got way too wide. Let me... Can I add a 5th? That'd be very helpful if I could add a 5th and roll this top end off. Oh, okay. Well, let's see. Roll that down. Okay. Take 3 here. Widen it out a little. Kinda. Okay. 2. Let's shift that. Okay. Oh, how does this shift? Okay. Well, that's not too bad. It's a tin can now. Yeah, I need to... This will beef it up a bit. There we go. Okay. How... it's hard to hear myself, really. I wish there was a better delay. Can I... Oh, I can delay it. Hold on. That's... Okay, can I, like, speed this up at all? Nope. Okay. There we go. Nope. Can I type in, like, 200 ms there? Oh. There we go. Crap. I didn't want to do that. Sorry guys about the technical difficulties here. 200. Let's do 400. 5. There. Okay. Now I can hear myself clearly. Hello. Okay. Maybe 1,000. Maybe 1,000. Hello. There. Hello. That'll work. There. That'll work. Okay. Dang it. Keep closing out. Dang it. Keep closing out. Let's see. Now. So now with the compressor. So now with the compressor. I'll show you guys what I'm doing. So I'll show you guys what I'm doing. So I need number 1 here to roll down. 1 here really to back, roll down. Here, really far back. I'm probably gonna bring that down. I'm probably gonna bring that down. I need 2. I need. This is so difficult. I need to get it zeroed out. I need to get it zeroed out. See right. Wait, is this already in the negative? Oh wow. Oh, wait, is this already in the 100%? Oh, 100%. Just 1. Oh, that's great. Just 1. Okay, that's great. 3. Okay, and 4. Now I need to make 4. Now I need to make 4 small because I want to roll off because I want to roll off. There we go. The top end. Now I want 3. There we go. Now I want 3 to be about. Oh wait. To be about. Okay. Oh wait a minute. Over here. Okay. Now 3 stretch out. Now 3 a bit, stretch out. About there. A bit. 2 about probably there. Needs to meet. 2 right about probably here. Needs to meet. Then right I can take this here. 4 and then drop it down and then drop it down. 3. I can and then just kind of see where it. I can just kind of see where it. Okay, I have 4 has way too much top end. Okay, I have 4 has way too much top end still. And it is as small as I can make it, I think. And it is as small as I can make it, I think. See. Nope, it's not as small as I can make it. Nope, it's not as small as I can make it. Right there. Wow, this is wild. Wow, this is wild. Okay. So the top end there. So the 4, actually, the top end kind there. Of, actually, kind of. No, it's not making a difference. I can roll it off. No, it's not making a difference. I can roll it off. 2. I need to. 2. I need to. Okay, that's a lot better. So I just need to bring that. That's over. A lot better. Okay. So I just need to bring that over. Okay. Taking a little too much away. Taking a little too much away. That a little. Bring up. That a little. That's good, right? I think that's good, right? That sounds good. Right here. How does this sound to you guys? How does this sound to you guys? Okay? Why do I sound quiet too? Can I bump this gain up a little? Why do I sound quiet too? Can I bump this gain up a little? Wow. Is that... Why is my gain going down? Why is my gain going down? Makeup gain, makeup gain, makeup gain, makeup gain. Clip. Okay. Clip. Okay. 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 Okay, good. It's okay, boy. Okay, good. Sorry. It's okay, boy. Okay, that's good. Sorry. Now it actually that's good. Clips without clipping. Now it actually that's the point of a compressor here. That's the point of a compressor here. All right, and you can see I named it appropriately. All right, and you can see I named it appropriately. Oh, I can add band right there. Whatever. Oh, I can add band right there. Whatever. I think it sounds good now. I did it good enough. So I think it sounds good now. Turn this down to 0 milliseconds, and then I can hear my. Yep, not delayed anymore. Monitor off. There we go. Now how's it sound, guys? All right. That's so much better. I'm sorry about that. I don't know how my settings got all screwed up. You gotta love it. Windows 11 has given me so many issues. It's absolutely ridiculous. So, yeah, I know it's really annoying. My compressor completely went out of whack and made me sound really, really, really muffled. So, yeah, unfortunately had to get that corrected. I don't know how that happened. Genuinely, it should never do that. Never, ever did that on my old computer. Windows 10, million times better than Windows 11, and Windows 10 sucked. Just, Windows 11 is so, so bad. That's the weird thing. Nobody would even have access to those settings. It's such a back, wall setting that even if my kids were to mash every single button on the keyboard, they would never find that setting. So, I don't know how those settings got so bad. That's crazy. Sorry, sometimes that's literally how I do it before I ever start a show. If I have, I usually test my sound. And anytime I want to, how would I put it? Add in a new, Windows 11 won't even let me have my plugins that I paid for. If for some reason there's a massive issue, it's saying that there's some sort of security issue with it. And I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. Security issue my ass. I have to have this damn iLock over here plugged in at all times, taking up a precious slot just to use my audio plugins. And Windows 11 thinks there's a problem with that. It is nothing but layers of security. I have to type in 2 passwords and have this iLock in over here because these freaking people want to protect themselves so much against piracy. Because, back in the day, you could download these plugins like through LimeWire and stuff. So they did everything possible to make sure you couldn't do that. And it's such a joke. Because the people who were actually just getting it for free and using those compressors like that were not running a real studio. You know what I mean? They were doing essentially what I'm doing, and that's, just kind of making some ideas of music and stuff. But anyway, oh no, you're good, Destroyer. I thought you were just playing around. Anyway, so let's get into our first story here. A Muslim attacker entered a synagogue in Manchester with a knife and a bomb, killing 3 Jews and injuring 12. The British government's Islamist policies have turned Britain into a hotbed of jihad, and that is absolutely dead on. Let's see some of this here. This is just insane. It's absolutely crazy. I am in no way, shape, or form surprised, but it's one of those situations that this is a great point right down here. Oh, you guys can't see that. I'll have to just this over a little and see the comments. It says, if that man was white and Christian, we wouldn't be hearing about, or we would, wait, what's this? What? Oh, this is so stupid. This is the opposite. If the man was white and Christian, we wouldn't be hearing about it at all. Are you insane? They're calling literally the person who ended Charlie Kirk white and Christian. All of these freaking leftists are. I thought she was actually just going to say if this man was white and Christian, we'd be hearing about it all over the news. And that's absolutely true. Good God. How many shootings take place overnight? Guess what the majority color? You know what I mean? And we barely hear about them. You know what I mean? Candace Owens is smiling at this news. Probably at this point. She's so unbelievably anti-Israel that she's forgotten that, not all Jews. It's kind of wild. But, Ben Shapiro probably really made her mad, and that's probably why, She probably thinks that Israel had Daily Wire completely bought out, even though she vehemently defended Daily Wire from Steven Crowder. Oh, man. It just... Candace makes herself look so stupid every single time. It's, I work with this company. Oh, I'm going to burn all bridges. Now I work with this company. Oh, now I'm going to burn all bridges. Now I work with this company. And now I'm going to burn all bridges. It's amazing how that works, right? She's completely burnt her bridge with TPUSA. And over what? You know what I mean? She immediately started calling out TPUSA without any evidence. In fact, she's manipulated evidence too, which was wild, just to make it seem like that the guy who ended Charlie Kirk never ever said vehicle or anything like that. Kind of wild, right? Because she's like, vehicle is a police term. It's like, what are you talking about? Everyone says the word vehicle. Everyone has said vehicle. You know what I mean? If you're describing a car to someone, you are almost always going to say, well, it was like a red convertible or a, 4-door vehicle, something like that, or something along those lines. People just describe vehicles all the time as vehicles. But she thinks it's a cop thing, which is odd. I don't know. Yeah, she's lost the plot. Oh yeah. I gave her a chance, kind of-ish. In her first few videos of Red Pill Black, we didn't recognize her. You know what I mean? We didn't know she was the social autopsy lady until 3 or 4 videos in. I don't know if it was Blair White that broke the story or if it was Shoe on Head. I don't think it was Shoe on Head. I think it was Blair White. And it had to be Blair White. She's the one who called out officially going, hey, everyone, you remember 6 months ago this crazy lady tried to do the social autopsy? And everyone did videos over it and was like, holy crap, this is psycho. And they're like, that's the lady. Red pill black, that's her. And we were like, no freaking way. So naturally, we all covered it, and then they did their debate on, what's that gay conservative guy's podcast? Rubin Report. Dave Rubin, that's it. He had Blair White to debate Candace Owens. And Candace Owens would not apologize whatsoever for social autopsy and just said, well, it was just in my past. It was a thing in my past. It was like, dude, this was like 6 months before you started your Red Pill Black channel. What are you talking about? It was wild. And she straight up ripped that name from, what's his name? Coach Red Pill. It was really funny because, at the time, the biggest podcast on YouTube at that time was Andy Worski's show, with the blood sports. And I think it was the number one most streamed, thing going on YouTube when it was Styx Hexenhammer debating Richard Spencer on that. It was crazy stuff. So she just straight up ripped that. Now, Coach Red Pill, of course, that guy had some issues. He had some serious issues. I don't know what happened to him. He went to Ukraine or something. Somebody told me he went to Ukraine and lost his life there or something. I don't know what happened there. It's kind of wild. Kind of a wild story, to be honest. Every one of them did weird stuff after that. See, Candace just said that it's the Jews' fault that nobody can find one of the legendary Bigfoots. Wait, are you kidding me? Wait, what? For real? She mentioned... did she mention anything about Bigfoot? That'd be hilarious. Bigfoot's a big thing around here in Oklahoma. Everyone goes crazy over Bigfoot. I don't know why. So many people have those giant Bigfoot, shadow cutouts. Put them against trees and stuff. Very fun. Very fun stuff. I like it. But, yeah, for real. It's, that'd be hilarious if she's mentioning anything about Bigfoot. So the attacker's name is... No way his name is Jihad. What? Translate to Holy War from Syria. Wow. They named this dude Jihad al-Shami. So he would grow up to do this. Oh, okay, good. You're joking. I was going to say, if she's mentioned anything about Bigfoot, that would be great. Littlefoot gets no attention when he's spotted. I beg to differ. His grandpa, well, who's the voice actor for his grandpa? It's the same dude who does King Trident in The Little Mermaid. Man, I can't remember that guy's name. Very skilled actor. He's in quite a bit of other things. Who else does he play? Oh, he plays a lot of different people. I think he passed away in 2018 or something like that. Wanted to hide Flotilla in the meat. Oh God, you're right. Jeez. The Flotilla, yeah, I'm sure that, what's her stupid name that's on that ship? Oh God, how dare you, that girl, right? It's her, isn't it? And, they keep saying, I keep seeing their live streams, and they're blocking it, and it's just a live stream of them just bobbing on the ocean with nothing in front of them. And I'm just like, who are you? Show something, It was really, really, really funny to watch. Good God, what is her name? Oh God, who rides the? Is a Flotilla? Who is this? Isn't that her that does the ship? Oh, there's just a bunch of activists on there. Okay, yeah, it is her. Okay, her. What is her stupid name? Greta Thunberg. Yeah, thanks, guys. Oh, good God, that was driving me nuts. How dare you? Should it be the? Oh man, we should supply her with just a warship, and we'd just call it the USS How Dare You. It'd be really funny. I would give her a warship if they named it that. Just see what she'd do. Be like, okay, fine. You want to do something? Here you go. You go do it. Go do the thing. See if you have the nuts to. Greta wouldn't fire that. She wouldn't pull the trigger. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, she wouldn't do a damn thing. But it would be very funny. We'll be like, okay, you want to play a little war? You know, you want to play... what the heck? Did I crack that? Oh, I did a while ago. I need to order a new shield up there. Thing. I like these headphones, but they always make the worst parts out of plastic. They make metal ones of these little things up here. They always come with the plastic. Ah, man. Let's see here. Yeah, of course he was an Islamic terrorist. We knew that. Absolutely knew that. Why is this guy so fat? Like, isn't it a little weird? This is a big old fat guy. Like, he's got the belt. That's got to be like C4 or something. Why does it look like he's holding a phone instead of a... Oh, that must be the detonator. I guess it didn't work. Man, he was really... like, honest to God, this dude was actually going to blow his nuts through his rear end there. Man, if that had actually gone off, I really hope that it would have malfunctioned enough just to send a nut through the back end of himself. You know what I mean? But anyway, a British citizen of Syrian descent. Yeah. They literally named this guy Jihad. Like, that's wild, you know? Yeah, it's just peanut butter. Hummus. Yeah, it is odd. It's really weird. He must have been really living on the fast food lifestyle there. Unless, is this AI enhanced? I wonder, because it looks like they have the picture here. Did they AI enhance it? Because this guy's face looks strange here. Very strangely calm for the situation going on. Face just, right there at the door. Explosives right there, below the belt. It's kind of, that probably is an AI rendition. I'm thinking so. Let's see. Yeah, it has to be, because none of them are that clear. Okay. Well, someone by the name of Jihad is responding. That's just wild. That's just so on the nose. You know what I mean? That is so unbelievably on the nose. Go lay down. Yeah, because see, he has a knife in his hand here. And then when you go to this, he looks like a fatter guy that's just texting. Like, he looks like he's got a complaint to take up with this place. And he brought some bombs with him. This guy actually looks like a Terry. You could tell that he's a lot smaller by his wrists and by his arm. You could see the bone of his elbow kind of here. You know what I mean? Like right there. He's definitely not very big. It looks like he has actually a vest on underneath this. But then whenever you get, this has to be an AI one right here. And he just looks way wider. And it's not even holding a knife anymore. He's got a phone. And then this hand's he's just like, looking like, what? You know what I mean? Like, what'd I do? It just doesn't look like the face of a Terry compared to this, where this guy's clearly deranged and, that's what it looks like there to me. So, yeah, there's that. No, I'm saying that this is an AI picture. It made him fat. And there's a guy's face right here that's literally, very strangely calm. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to get at this guy's dong or anything. But, I mean, if you're into that, I'm sorry, man. This ain't the channel. Anyway, so, a Syrian who probably lied his way... Well, actually, didn't they say that he was born in Britain? I suspect, he's a British citizen of Syrian descent. Okay, so they just say British citizen. So, they're not even saying that he was literally born there. Okay, so he's probably just an actual, like, mass migrant. I doubt he came there illegally, though. They said he lied his way to a subsidized British passport. Like, why would this guy even say that? You know how he got into your country. Is he a liberal? Is he an anti-Trumper? Or is he just like a really, really dumb, like, just really not that well educated? Because he knows that literally they would have just brought him into the country no problem in the UK. There's no such thing as illegal immigrants there. Because they're just literally like, have made it so easy for immigrants to come in that they don't even try to stop it. Is my volume going down? I keep looking over at my meter and it looks like it's going all the way down for some reason. Anyway, last week Hamas was literally congratulating the prime minister. Today, with a straight face, he is lamenting the murder. Oh, okay. Wow. Why were they congratulating the minister? For what? We learned that the killer is a full British man. Like, that is some... Wow. That's a wild claim right there. When did you learn that? What time did you post this? 11:57 a.m. Yeah, no, I don't think they had the name then. 4 hours ago? Was that 4 hours ago? That, I see. He was arguing. I wasn't even on the right page. I was just looking through his, to see if he was like an anti-Trumper or something. And, yeah. People really don't get it. If Israel falls to jihad, we fall to jihad. Actually, why? Like, why is that specifically? Why would that affect the UK that much? You know what I mean? Let's see. For recognizing Palestine as an independent state. What do you mean, though? Like, I'm just confused because to me it's like, well, what are they gonna like come after us or something after like, you know, let's say Israel actually falls. Yeah, I mean, I imagine some terrorists would probably get nukes. But if Israel actually fell, I kind of have a feeling everyone's going to be like, look, sorry, nuke in the area. That we're just immediately before they can even get to the nukes, we would probably just absolutely ravage that area and just be like, look, sorry, game over. It's got to go. If Israel has fallen, we just got to wipe that area completely clean. Because we cannot allow them to have an actual, like, nuke. We can't. So we would just have to, like, wipe everyone off the map there. It's like, sorry. Sorry about you. You made the wrong choice. We got to correct it. You know, nothing you can do at that point. Bad guys get a nuke. I mean, I absolutely guarantee you, if that happened, China and Russia will sit there and watch us nuke them. They ain't going to do a damn thing because we kind of told them, hey, we're helping Israel. And we're also going to bomb the absolute crap out of, oh God, what did we just bomb? Was it Iran? Yeah, Iran. You know, we just absolutely we're going to just destroy Iran. You know, your ally. We're going to go over there and we're going to do this. And China and Russia were like, cool, we won't get involved. And we're like, yeah, we know. You know, goes to show they know where our technology's at. And I'm actually shocked. After what we learned from India and Pakistan, I'm no longer afraid of China or Russia, even if they teamed up. Their technology's so absolute garbage compared to ours. It's the United States cannot be taken down by China and Russia. It would have to be the entire world probably to take down the United States at this point. And there's even a really good video over that. Not happening. It's not going to happen, you know. They would still lose because we just control too much. Hello, Moji. Is it Moji? Okay, I got to turn it over to here. Oh, what the heck? Yeah, live chat. That's weird. Where did this come from? Moyle? Is it Moyle? Let's see. Oh, there you are. Okay. YouTube just popped it up. That's weird. How did Rumble get more? Here, get that chat faster. No. I mean, did you see all the weapons from India and Pakistan whenever they almost fought earlier this year? And all their Chinese weapons failed? Every single one of them? It's pretty bad. It was pretty bad. China's technology is so unreliable. That's the curb they can't get around. So that's funny. Oh, I don't care if China has a military parade, whatever they want to do in their country. I'm not for policing China. I just don't want to do business with China because, they have slaves, and I don't think that's right. I think we should bring our jobs back here. China needs to, not have slaves before we end up doing business with them again. It's amazing to me, though, how the left always ends up defending slavery somehow. You know what I mean? No matter what, they're always on the same side of slavery. U.S. is not as tough as I think. Well, I know for a fact that our weapons are, actually better because we found out with the India and Pakistan fight there that we found out that United States weaponry works and China's doesn't. So, I mean, there's no argument against that. There's no way around it. That's just a fact, you know what I mean? There's nothing anybody would be able to do. Nobody has the technology in the world that the United States does right now. And, China and Russia found out because when we bombed Iran, they said they were not going to get involved at all. And that's their ally. And the reason why is because they saw us devastate the hell out of Pakistan. It wasn't even a challenge. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things to where the Chinese defense weapons for Pakistan just did not do anything at all. It didn't even try to lock on. So, Pakistan's Chinese jets shot down Indian French jets. Okay. Are the French jets like, what are you talking about? The French didn't fight Pakistan. If somebody just blindsides someone and shoots down a jet, that's one thing. But I'm talking about literally hot war conflict. Our missiles went in from India. Our missiles go into Pakistan. And Pakistan's like, we have all these anti-defense missiles and whatnot. All these anti-air defense missiles. And not a single one of them worked. Period. None of them. You know what I mean? Didn't the U.S. lose 3 wars it started? What are you talking about? Like from the 70s? What? You're talking about like literally like Vietnam, and we didn't exactly lose that war. That war got to be messed up and had no public backing. You know what I mean? We literally destroyed and ravaged like all of Vietnam. It was a very messed up thing. You know what I mean? Pakistan Chinese jets shot down 5 Indian French Western jets. Okay. What are you talking about? Israel cried for ceasefire when Iran bombed them. What? Are you living on this planet? Like, we literally destroyed Iran and made them regime change. Almost every single missile from Iran was shot out of the sky. What do you mean? I'm really confused. Trump is getting close to I'm not sure what you're talking about, though. Like, getting close to Pakistan, like, close to bombing them, or, We didn't lose Afghanistan. Joe Biden pulled out of spite. He messed that whole deal up Trump set forward. Trump set forward a deal. Biden took over. Biden fucked up. Big deal. You know what I mean? I'm really confused by what you're talking about. Pakistan Chinese-made jets. China's light years ahead? What? Wow. You really don't know jack from shit, do you? That's crazy, man. Holy shit. China's light years ahead? They are so unreliable. What are you talking about? If you buy anything Chinese, it falls apart. What? That's crazy. That's a crazy, crazy statement. Yeah, China is nowhere near our level of technology. And if it was, China wouldn't be scrambling right now badly for us pulling out and bringing our factories back here. You know what I mean? We didn't lose Vietnam. No, what are you talking about? Who won Vietnam? Do you know anything about the Vietnam War? At all? What the heck? Who turned... Okay. Someone's messing with my air conditioner. But yeah, no, that's wild. That's a wild claim. Vietnam, no, half of Vietnam is communist. And as a matter of fact, actually, the northern half kind of relinquished the entire communist regime, actually. That was like 5 years ago, though. When did Vietnam get relinquished? It was like in 2018 or something like that. I know because, no, not 2018. No, it would have been like 2014. U.S. has literally never won a war. What are you fucking smoking? Okay, well, all right. When people start spreading disinformation, they can just go. That's wild. All right, whatever. It's just a troll. Anyway, I don't care. Trolls, say what you want, but Jesus Christ, that is some stupid, stupid shit. You know what I mean? No, only half of Vietnam is communist. So, you know. Yeah. It's wild. It's funny, though. At the end of the day, people are genuinely too stupid to understand. Oh, man, China's so much light years ahead of us, and yet, for some reason, they won't even fucking try anything. They won't even stick up for their own ally. They won't even try to defend Pakistan, or like, not Pakistan, Iran. But yeah, China's really just, you know, putting their boot on our neck. It's hilariously dumb take, you know. Not counting World War II? Well, we absolutely won the Korean War. No doubt about that. The North invaded the South, and we pushed them back to the North. That's why South Korea still exists. It was an absolute and total 100% win. Know what I mean? Oh yeah, we're gonna watch some videos on Portland. Yeah, we should pull up some. Why not? There's actually, I think I exited out of it for some reason. Portland. Let's see if there's any good videos on it. Because I saw a few. Let's see here. When was this? October 1st. Oh, okay, wow. This just happened, huh? This could be very funny stuff. U.S. won Afghanistan. Yeah, we won Iraq, too. Look at the Iraq War. Like, we went in there, and we got rid of Saddam Hussein. Look at what we did to Muammar Gaddafi. You do know that was us, and do you know how we did that? We literally did it with a small amount of people using the onion router. Overthrew Muammar Gaddafi. Completely. I mean, look at what we've done. Things that people wouldn't even consider wars that we literally won in a day. Look at what we did to Iran. We literally had a 6-hour war with them where we devastated them and forced a regime change. Know what I mean? Gee, I don't know. Anti-air defense missiles, the very ones that I was explaining at the beginning of this, the ones that would not defend Pakistan at all. Literally none of them. Like, it was like 150 missiles or something like that that India shot into there, and they didn't stop a damn one of them. It was ridiculous. I mean, it's wild. What are you talking about? You know? Money is the true mover of culture. If one has the money to propagandize the people, they will have the power to. For the most part, yeah. Most of the time. Some people are, you know, smart enough to not take the money. In fact, look at Shane Gillis. Look at what's going on there. Freaking, what's his dumb name? The guy that used to have morals. Bill Burr, that's it. Used to have, I'm being hyperbolic. I have no idea how many missiles they shot, but I know they shot every single missile landed its mark, and not a single missile was shot out of the sky by the Chinese defense missile system. And but yeah, it's hilarious. And Pakistan literally absolutely quit their little tirade immediately. Like, they found out very fast like, hey, this isn't actually a good idea to pick a fight with India. Really was a dumb idea. But yeah, not to mention, look at Desert Storm. Complete and total success. Remember when Qatar was completely taken over? You remember that one? And then we went in there and got rid of every single, like, extremist Muslim out of there and liberated Qatar. Y'all remember that one too? Now, it was like 1992, 1993, something like that. You know what I mean? It's kind of wild. Video guy mocking Antifa people by chanting stolen land people, or stolen land, stolen people at them and making, wait, really? Huh. I'll have to look that up. I'll definitely look that up. Let's look at some of this. This could be funny.
That's the illegal! That's the illegal! I fucking told you, bro! I fucking told you, bro! I told you.
What is this guy doing? What? Look at this dude. I told you, bro. Oh, I'm so sorry. And then he just gets right back into it. What the heck? I don't even know what's going on. So this guy was illegal. I'm guessing that dude told him, like, hey, you're illegal. You're going to get deported. And he's like, I ain't getting deported or whatever. And now he's... Hell
yeah, bro. Fuck yeah.
Man, everybody... Oh, wait, no, this is the thing holding his phone. I thought that was the new gimbal or whatever that... There's this certain, like, kind of webcam thing that's shaped like this that's amazing, apparently.
Oh,
no. It's other way around. It's India has our fighter planes. Well, oh wait. Didn't Trump sign a deal with like Pakistan though? Something like that? To like sell them our weapons or something? I can't remember. The Indo-Pak War? What are you talking about? Pakistan. Okay. Do you know what Pakistan is? Pakistan is the biggest open prison that nobody on the left talks about. You know that, right? Pakistan is very, very tiny country that controls gigantic large country of a bunch of people that they won't let flee that country. It is one of the biggest genocidal, like, nations out there. It's unbelievable. It's a million times worse than Gaza, period. Even if every single thing that the left says about Gaza is true, which I don't know if it is or isn't, right? I genuinely don't. I just don't, like, care too much because it's not my country. Pakistan's is 1,000 times bigger than that. 1,000 times bigger. What is the, what part does Pakistan control its prison? What is this? Gillet, is it Baltistan? Baltistan? No, what part is, that's not it. What is the, let's see, what is it? I know, not the Kashmir. I know that they have that between India and Pakistan. What is the main, it's like, I can't remember what the area is called. Okay, so you have not been to, I don't believe you for a second that you've been to Pakistan and just were like, I saw nothing like that. You don't know the history of Pakistan at all. That doesn't even make any sense. What part does Pakistan control that could start a civil war? I know it would never cause a civil war now. But what is the area called? Starts with an A. It's like Afghanistan, or what was it called? I cannot remember the name of it. What is it? It's gonna drive me nuts. Oh, this is it. Balochistan, right here. Balochistan. It started with a B. Never mind. History and oppression here. Okay. Human right abuses in Balochistan. Here you go. You can go literally on left-wing Wikipedia here. It'll tell you everything you need to know. It's completely from a left-wing perspective. Always guaranteed on Wikipedia. The Pakistan province of Balochistan has been accused of practicing human rights violations amidst the ongoing insurgency of Balochistan. Do you have any idea how big Balochistan is? That is compared to the small little area that is known as Pakistan, but all of it's connected? It's unbelievable. Balochistan shown with Pakistan hatched regions. Well, which one is it? The red or the white? It's a massive, massive area. You know? Yeah, some of these people have to be, like, trolling or something. So, travel to 30 countries, yeah, I don't believe you for a second. Because if the fact that you didn't know about Balochistan, there's no way you could go to Pakistan without knowing it, unless you went to the very small area of, like, where all the higher-up people are. It's just kind of wild, you know? Yeah, Pakistan and India were created by the British. Yeah. Yeah, it was World War I, right? When they did all that? I believe. It's kind of weird how they... Oh, no. 48. Never mind. I think somewhere right after World War II. I thought it was in the 30s, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah. Yeah, they really broke up the Middle East in a pretty terrible way, to be honest. But anyway, yeah, so that video was funny. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's good. Oh, he's scared he's gonna get the deportation. They had a bolo out on him. Great pain on the federal building. Oh, I guess he's not deported. I think he's an actual citizen. That he got arrested. But that's funny. So apparently that wasn't the illegal then. I think that guy might have been wrong. Hey, what happened here? I shouldn't have to post my injury, but since one of the main Antifa agitators involved in the Portland ICE occupation is defaming me, here's a look at my black eye given to me by one of her terrorist comrades. Ooh. So Samantha... I'm not saying that last name because I think that would just actually get me demonetized, you know? But that is a heck of a last name, lady. I'll go ahead and I'll show it here. There you go. You guys can see that. There. So, Samantha, yeah, right here. That's an interesting last name, you know? You know how many Americans are willing to come there for investments just to search their military gear? Well, I can guarantee you this. It's not 350 million Americans. So, I don't really care. Genuinely don't. I don't care that people would invest, because here's the thing. People invest to make more money and then to dump and then to go invest in something else. That tells you nothing. That tells you absolutely nothing whatsoever. Like, the fact that people would rely on an investment to tell you anything is absolutely the most retarded thing somebody could say. Genuinely. Yeah, it looks like Antifa assaulted a, young woman. Very tolerant left here. Beating on women as they do. It just is what it is, isn't it? Let's see this video.
Oh, get him, yeah!
That's some good stuff. But did I block it?
That's
I need
a
to
fuck
move
around
myself.
and find out right there. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oops. Beautiful.
That is. That is so great. Let's watch it again. Hold on. I just realized there's no way you guys can see that. This is screen's a little too wide here. There we go. I'll have to do that a little bit. It's all good though, right? Look at this.
Oh, get him, yeah!
And down he goes. I love watching that. Perfect execution. You know what I mean? The guy had red paint because Twitter user was there trolling them to put their hands on the red paint they were using to provoke ICE agents. Those to okay, to vandalize. Yeah, it was something like that. Cretan Baluchistan is a province of Pakistan. I literally just said that Pakistan controlled it, right? You know that, right? What are you talking about? Sir Muhammad, who does not listen, as they typically don't before they blow something up. Seriously, dude. Where have you been this entire, conversation. Do you pay attention? Like, do you listen to people speak before you type? Or do you normally just get mad first and start typing nonsense? I know that Balochistan is absolutely part of Pakistan. And no, Balochistan, people who live in Balochistan cannot touch those minerals whatsoever. That belongs to Pakistan. It is an open-air prison. There is no denying that. It is a genocide going on in Balochistan. Anybody denying that is the dumbest of dumbest possible people, you know what I mean? Just unbelievable stupidity. That is crazy. Somebody would ever dare suggest that, like, seriously, like, that's unbelievable how leftists will literally defend what's happening in Balochistan. Totally cool. But they're mad about Gaza. It's crazy. You know what I grew up with? We were donating to the Invisible Children Society there. You know, the whole major war that went on in the Congo before Trump stopped it this year. Craziest thing in the world that he managed to stop that. That had been going on for 30 years. 30 years. You know what I mean? It's insane. Absolutely insane. And Trump managed to stop that. That was crazy. I never thought there would be an end to that ever. Do you know who spearheaded that whole, like, genocide going on there? It was a man who called himself the Black Hitler. I am not even kidding. Self-titled himself that. He was getting children. He'd kidnap them. They dig mines for like cobalt mines by hand. And then he would also use those kids to attack the very villages of which he stole those kids from. It was one of the worst genocides of all time. And I got to learn about it in school. We got to donate. We got to do all this, like, fundraising. I would go door to door. And it's unbelievable that most people do not learn about that these days at all. And then Trump just comes out of nowhere and just is like, I'm going to end that war. Bam, ends it. Just a few months ago. It was that easy to end. It was that easy to stop that. All of our efforts, I look back at all of our efforts that we ever did for the invisible children. And to find that Trump could just do it in a day, any one of our presidents could have done that back when Bill Clinton was president all the way to Barack Obama. In fact, Trump's first term, he could have probably ended it too. So, I mean, there's some, issue there, but at least Trump was the one that rectified it. Biden had 12 years. Biden had 12 years himself to be able to do something about that war. 4 years as president, 8 years as vice president. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Isn't that wild? Yeah, I mean, maybe Gaza is an open-air prison. Again, I don't know. Because all the facts are hard to dig up. The documentation, you know what I mean? It's a little bit more in Israel's favor, but there's not a lot of it. And it's just like, okay, well, look, I could take one word or I could take another word for the most part. So it's just one of those things to where it's like, I'm focusing on America. But yeah, Orange Man has a big trumpet. Exactly. But, it's just one of those things, Trump also said he would end the Ukraine war in 24 hours after stepping into office. Well, at least he's actually trying, unlike Biden. Biden never once tried to end that war. Who cares? You know what I mean? Like, genuinely, Trump's actually trying to do something. Biden didn't. All he was doing is like, okay, we'll just keep giving Ukraine weapons and prolong this out in another proxy war. I remember back in the day when leftists were super against proxy wars. They hated that we had proxy wars in the Middle East, but then when we do it, like, slightly out of the Middle East, it's okay? What? Leftists has absolutely fucking zero conviction. They contradict themselves so much. It's crazy. So, Trump is actually at least trying to do something. If he's not successful, then so be it. And guess what? They can all figure it out themselves. Not that difficult. Oh, what the heck happened? Did my stream go down? Uh-oh. No, my stream's okay. What happened? That was weird. Yeah, my stream, like, kind of crashed. What do you mean? Hold Trump accountable for what specifically? Can you tell me? Hold him accountable for what? That Russia and Ukraine refused to stop the war? That's Trump's fault somehow? You're acting like Trump started it. You do realize that this war never would have happened if Trump were president at that time. Yeah, I don't know why. My stream crashed out on me here over on this YouTube page, so it's just, I'm talking, I can see chat. Everything else is blank. I'll just refresh it here. There you go. Okay, there we go. Cool. Well, now it's whatever. It says that there's 0 viewers now, and it just flatlined. And I could clearly see everybody typing in chat, so I don't know what's happening. Something crashed. Something weird's going on. Whatever. I'm not even going to worry about it. Let's see here. I wish I could find longer videos. Oh, it's that guy. He's the one that gets arrested later. That's great. That's some good stuff. Where is the... Here we go. Here's the 2-minute video.
Oh, fuck! Look at that shit! Let's go! Get back!
Okay. That's not what I said at all, Wild Fox. I said, what is he accountable for when it comes to Ukraine and Russia? And then you just type back the line of thinking, who cares what Trump does as long as he's not Biden? Doesn't make sense to you? I never even said that. I never even implied that. Can you stick to the topic here? Okay, real quick. It's very simple. Okay? Very, very easy. What is Trump responsible for when it comes to Ukraine and Russia? We are not Ukraine. We are not Russia. Biden supported Ukraine fully and literally edged them into a war. Russia attacked Ukraine because Biden was in office. Notice how he didn't attack Ukraine the 4 years that Trump was in office. There's a reason for that. Kind of, makes sense. It's a little weird that you would jump to a different conclusion, though. It's a little stupid, if you ask me. You know what I mean? It's kind of dumb. Doesn't even make any sense.
Oh my gosh, dude. I can watch this all day.
That's amazing. She's disabled.
You support them? Hey, do you support them?
I love them.
Oh, I love them too. Here, right here. Fist bump.
Yeah, that's funny. He's a believer. These are the big boys. These are the real men.
Oh.
I want these little push. Don't you?
Hey, it's okay. Hey.
You just hit
It's okay.
me.
It's okay. It's all right, sweetie.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. Come on. I got you. Let's go.
Leftists really can't help but keep, they absolutely love putting their hands on other people, don't they? Kind of wild how that works, isn't it? What is this right here? Can't see the edge of my green screen here. That's weird. Right? Oh, I guess it can. What the heck? Oopsie poopsie. There we go. That'll be annoying for you guys.
I got you. What's your name?
What do you mean he falsely promised to end the Ukraine war? Like, do you know how stupid that sounds when people say that? Well, he said he would end it 24 hours. He's been trying to end it. Again, putting in effort to actually bring the war to a close. That's something Biden never did. He never tried to end it. You realize that, right? Why are you holding Trump to a higher standard than Biden? Like, that's unbelievable. Biden did start this. Biden dealt with it. And he let it go on. And he decided Ukraine should just fight instead of actually stop. Here's another fact. Boris Johnson flew in to Ukraine to stop them from signing a peace deal. They about signed a peace deal between
Russia and Ukraine. And the British government got involved and told Ukraine no. They could have ended that war right then and there, and they chose not to. So Trump thought, okay, well, this is what they want, clearly. This is the deal that they were going to try and make. Let's get that back on the table. And Russia decided no. And then he's like, okay, and then Zelensky decided no. Should we, at this point in time, I'm genuinely curious, should we actually just bomb the crap out of Ukraine and Russia? Is that what you're trying to tell me? I really want to know. Can put babies at risk of getting a harmful virus called... Yeah, what about it? Yeah, that's just called herp lip. Yeah, I'm super aware of that. Yeah, if people are giving that out, that's gross, you know. Oh, you're talking about when they bite the... Yeah, that's gross. Yeah, that's I don't want to talk about that. It's nasty. No thanks. You know, they can...
What's your name?
Jennifer.
Jennifer, you're
about
so
some
awesome.
pee-pee
Oh my
biting.
gosh, I love you. Jennifer. Guys, look at Jennifer.
We
Look at
don't
you.
live in Mexico. We live in the United
Oh,
States.
shoot.
Red, white, and blue. Not green, orange, and red.
She's the original person from here. You're the fucking immigrant from Europe. She's original people from here.
Are you guys going to
This
make
is
me a
your land,
YouTube
not
star?
yours. You came from Europe. You're the immigrant.
I'm the immigrant.
Jennifer, you gotta chill. Jennifer's Jennifer's gotta chill. Jennifer, you're my spirit animal, I swear. I love you. I love you. She said this is in Mexico. Whoa!
Oh, you fucking bitch.
Hey, I love it. Keep bringing it. Keep pouring it. Keep pouring it all day.
Yeah, see, it's always, you know, it's funny. In any of these videos, you never see, no matter what happens, you never see a right-winger starting violence. Wild how that happens, isn't it?
Make sure it lands in my mouth.
All these leftists,
Because I'm thirsty.
This girl Jennifer's a
you
gangster,
don't
man.
know if
Holy
these
cow.
people are pouring piss.
Jennifer, you're
Like,
amazing. Oh my gosh.
You know, gotta be careful with that.
Yeah, pour water on us. Yeah, you're real tough. You're real tough. Just pour water on everybody. Good Lord.
I know. Don't you love us?
Isn't your name David Medina?
Yes, ma'am. Do you follow me?
Your attention, don't
Do you follow me?
If we kind
You
of
should follow me.
have effect on you,
I'll follow you back. I'll follow you back.
That's funny. These people aren't gonna... This is how modern day is, you know. Everyone's just pointing their phones at each other. It's hilarious.
I'll follow you back. Hey, what you don't realize is
Absolutely
that I love,
love
you.
it.
I know. I love you too. God.
Was that a British accent? I thought he was almost German sounding. I don't know.
I see you.
Berman?
No, come on.
Charlie Kirk.
Come on.
Make
British?
America great again.
Is that how you would say German British?
Bitch.
Like British doesn't work, but British. You could do that. I think you could do that. Wonder what that makes. Yeah, it could. It very well could be. They need to be careful about that. Ugh. It's gross. Absolutely disgusting. This is a crazy bunch of events going on from the Antifa here. Let's see what
This lady's trying to get through the streets.
Too loud.
Not letting her through.
Way too loud. Sorry, guys. Turn that down that way, and then I can.
Oh, they're not letting her through. This lady right here saying it's illegal for her to be coming through here. The police are stepping in.
That is. Just run them over at this point.
Oh my God! You won't be able to get.
She hit a pedestrian. If you do not arrest this woman, you are complicit with this
They need to have.
administration. She hit a pedestrian. Are you going to arrest her or are you going to continue?
Arrest the stupid person interfering. She's interfering right now. Because they cannot do their job and hear from the person that's like either the perpetrator or the victim. That's interfering to a point where the officers cannot do their job. They should arrest that lady. Look at this Durka dumbass right here. Look at that. Just absolutely full Durka dumbass, you know. This is the freaking, like, is this like, you know, I kind of wonder if this is like a fetish. It's like muzzling a fat guy so he can't eat. You know what I mean? It's like putting a chastity belt on someone, you know? Kind of funny, right? Kind of a funny thing, like, to do to fat people right there. If they have a fetish where they, like, tape their mouths shut so they can't put a Twinkie in. Like, oh my
I got the
God.
police going. You have these guys mad at me for filming this. This lady's crying.
Okay. Dude filming is a dick. That's unacceptable still, man. I get it. You know, he's like documenting this and stuff, but holding the microphone out, listening to this woman absolutely panic and freak out, like, come on. Just back up from that. You could film it, but come on, man.
I can't hear you.
I'm so scared. I feel threatened by
Oh, you're so scared. You're so fucking scared. Why are you doing this shit?
Somebody stamped the car with Trump Gestapo. Not welcome. Now this lady's trying to get out. What's your message to these protesters, ma'am?
Get a job. Get a job. I didn't run anybody over.
Like, it's a white Tesla. You think we wouldn't know if she ran someone over? That's amazing, isn't it? Man, these people are crazy. It's hilarious how desperate the left is in general. Just unbelievable. Let's see what's going on here.
You ripped it out of my hands. You ripped my hands out.
You ripped my hands out. Okay, druggy. Everyone, there's not a normal person look like here, period. There is not a normal looking person. Oh, okay, it's that, and then it starts from that. Okay. Let's see. What else we got here? What's this? This is October 2nd.
Tactical incels!
Did he just say tentacle incels? What?
Tactical incels!
Tentacle incels. What's that mean?
Get your fucking camera out of my face! Don't touch her. Do not touch her. I don't care. Get your fucking... Don't touch her. Don't you fucking push me. Don't touch her. Don't you fucking push me.
They're gonna get messed up.
Should, Violet.
Oh, there's two of
Oh,
them.
you scared, Ryan? Don't fucking touch me.
Knock it off.
Do they know each other?
Knock it off, Seth.
Oh, knock it off, Ryan. Fucking idiot, dude.
Hey, Ryan.
What interaction did we just have with these people? He called her Violet and Seth. What? Is that a reference I'm missing? Or does he actually know them and their disguises are garbage? That's hilarious if that's the case. Let's see what's happening. Okay, well, nothing at all noteworthy, I guess. Let's go. Wait a minute. Wow. What's this? What do you mean believing it? Believing it like what, a religion? Left and right? What is going on here? Walk through a pedestrian underpass in Portland. Wow.
Can I pass? Yeah. Sorry.
Got a whole motorcycle down here. What in God's name? Yeah, it looks like Gaza. Man. Yeah, exactly. Antifa person touching the Gaza guy. Or the Gaza guy. The Antifa guy, yeah. Wow. Look at that dung pile. Did you see that? Is that a poopy? Hold on. Is that a poopy right here? Is that a poopy ball? Pretty sure that's a poopy. Pretty confident. Not 100% sure. Kind of looks like a chew toy. Could be a poopy. Wow. You know, aren't these the cities that, you know, look at all this garbage and stuff. Aren't these the cities that are supposedly going green and, you know, helping the environment and crap? Where does the majority of trash in the ocean come from? Comes from right here. Know what I'm saying? Comes from these cities. Not a damn one of them give a shit. Not a single person, you know. But anyway, let's, okay, I think we've seen enough of Portland for now. I do want to watch a couple of parts of these videos. I watched through them. And,
the reason we're...
Which person was it that I watched through that just, it was a short one. And I think was it this girl? Her? There's this dude. There was a really short part that I wanted to get through. I don't know if it was one of these. He had a lot more people agree with him rather than disagree. But, yeah, no, blue cities are ran just like garbage, you know what I mean? Like, it's, I don't know who the hell. No, let's not do that. That'll be easier. Let's see. No,
Let's assume
I wanted to get into a conversation he had here. Was it this first person? There's something, he argued with someone for such a brief moment. And then he like made a really good point to him. Or he missed a good point, and I wanted to bring it up, but let's see. Oh, what's this? I only have 4 people watching? Oh, okay. Yeah, 14, I guess. 299 views so far. Whatever. People are sad. I just wanted to see. Oh, man. These people are very, 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 very bitter. Very bitter people, but it's okay. They could be sad. They could be upset. They could cry that Antifa is terrible. My thumbnail is also hilarious. I forgot to mention that. Have y'all seen my thumbnail? Very funny stuff. Have 2 friends that used to live in Portland. Yeah, it's a shithole. Sucks. I feel bad for people who live in Portland. What was I gonna... I think it was here. Let's watch this together. This will be fun.
predominantly the political violence right now is coming from the left, setting a tenor and tone where everything you see here today is necessary. And if you disagree with that, you're more than welcome to change my mind.
Yeah.
All right. So, which part of that the left is predominantly responsible for the tone of political violence today do you disagree with?
Well, I have to think that we first have to consider how many people are on the left and what is the true ideology and mythos behind this new occurrence of violence that we see with the left.
Okay.
Of course, I mean, there's potential skews of media. I don't doubt that crime is not happening, but how many people are truly committing crime out of the sake of leftism or out of the sake of radicalism, or could it be plastered on there just to get this ball rolling about narrative? The only other question, I had a personal question about you is, and it's a tough one.
Well, is it related to the topic?
It is.
Okay.
Would Jesus be on the left or the right?
Yeah, Ohio's an interesting thing. Oh, would Jesus be on the left or the right? This is a hilarious, stupid thing. I love whenever leftists say that he'd be a leftist. Are there any people in here, I just want to see real quick, are there any people in here at all that genuinely think Jesus would be a leftist? Because I can just debunk them in an instant with one question. Absolutely one question. And it destroys their entire argument. Hilariously so. You know what I mean? I mean, like, I don't know why I even asked that. Yeah, man, Ohio is a purple state. Ohio's got some freaky stuff. Ohio's also the #1 place where serial killers come from. I don't know why. No clue why. They all seem to come from Ohio. It's insane. Well, actually, the funny thing about it, Jesus wouldn't be anything political. Like, nothing political at all. Well, technically, right? Jesus would have been only for one thing. The Bible. That's it. That's all. That's the entire embodiment of Jesus is literally the Bible, living by exactly what the Bible says and doing that perfectly. Literally, that was Jesus. And so I have to ask the left, would you guys live exactly as the Bible says and follow every single rule in that book? No? Doesn't sound like you got that much in common with Jesus. Funny how that works. I think that's just the simplest argument in general, because the book is literally, Jesus is the pinnacle of this book. You know what I mean? Like, genuinely. He is the flesh of, what it is that we are supposed to be taking in. And it's just like, yeah, no, this is exactly what he would do. He would live by the Bible, and that would be his entire life. If you are not willing to live by the Bible at all, whatsoever, then you're not very Jesus-like. You know what I'm saying? So, therefore, which side exactly is trying to live by the Bible? Is it the left? Because I'm pretty sure that they don't like the Bible. You know what I mean? So it's really just genuinely stupid that a leftist would be like, Jesus would be a leftist today. Oh, really? So you guys follow the Bible, right? No. And it's like, oh, well, guess what this guy did? You know what I mean? Just, it's hilarious. It's hilariously stupid. I'm not going to play this video yet. I'll be right back. I am going to fill myself up a little bit of sweet tea. And I guess I'm going to be enjoying a little bit of sugar today. I appreciate the compliment about it. I need to, I've been missing a couple of gym days, so I really need to get going again. I'll be right back, though. Oh, yeah. Alrighty. There we are. Sorry about that, guys. Let's get playing here.
Well, that's a conversation for another day. We talked about that in church quite a bit. I don't necessarily know that he would fit within the current American left-right paradigm. But I will tell you one thing. Jesus would certainly be against political violence as a form of intimidation or coercion. It seems to me like, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're not disagreeing with the idea, the uptick that there is.
See, I think Crowder kind of misses the mark there. I think, because it was just such an obvious thing to me. I'm like, well, Jesus isn't inherently, like, political outside of the Bible, per se. You know what I mean? His politics are indeed living by God's word and exactly as God says. So it's just one of those things to where it's like, Jesus' version of politics would quite literally be the exact opposite of what any leftist wants. And that would be, hey, the United States should have this as their law book, right? So which side is wanting the Bible to be their law book? Pretty sure the left is against it.
An increase in political violence from the quote-unquote left. You're just not sure if you define them as left?
Partially, yeah. I just don't necessarily want to just assign political violence or terrorism directly to the left because we see political violence across the world.
Oh, wait, which one's the
of autocratic or conservative ideologies. So maybe China is a really good example. Arguably Russia.
Of leftist violence?
Of leftist violence, especially. Or, well, no, autocratic and conservative violence.
China would be conservative?
I would believe so because they're an autocracy. So they have to practice conservative ideologies to obtain, they can't liberate their people. That's what the left is. That's what liberation is.
Well, I don't know how familiar you are with the CCP. But they're communist, and they did so under the guise of liberating people, and then of course you don't actually have any democratically held elections again, so they are communist.
Well, that's what's weird, right? So it's kind of interesting, right? Because I think I'm not sure, because Jesus also does say to respect the laws of the land, right? I think is that a quote from Jesus, or is that just in the Bible? I'm not there yet, but at the end of the day, though, right? I would almost imagine, now this is my opinion because I'm not, like I said, I'm not there. I haven't gotten to that point yet. But at that point, I would think that Jesus' ideology in general would probably be super anti-government. You know what I mean? Like in the sense of having a leader. Like it would be like, okay, you could have a government to kind of like do things, but genuinely someone that, you know, you wouldn't have a king above you. You would have just God. Right? That's what I'd kind of think. So maybe he's super into anarchy. You know what I mean? So that would make him, if he was into anarchy, you know what I mean? If that kind of comes out to be what I get from this and what most people interpret. Because I've been purposely not, like, listening to other people's interpretations of the Bible. I'm just trying to read it myself. And let me tell you something. It's a very difficult read. It is a very, very, very difficult read. Probably one of the highest levels of reading you can do because you have to use a literal... Like, you can't... One does not just read the Bible. One also has a thesaurus as well. You know what I mean? So, it's one of those things to where... And you got to pronounce names right. You're reading this from, you know... From two different languages, essentially, into English. Now, I know the Bible was originally written in Roman. But... They're using, like, names that come from the Middle East, you know, from Jerusalem, from Nazareth, you know, all those names that are unbelievably difficult to pronounce and actually have meaning behind them, you know, to understand why they were named the way they were. So, you know, Bible says, without law, there is no love. Yeah, so his ideology would be right-leaning since the left supports anarchy. Well, actually, I think anarchy is the most extreme right-wing. If you think about it, when you go left-wing, the government gets bigger, 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 bigger. When you go, when you go left-wing, it gets bigger and bigger. When you go right-wing, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. So I just kind of imagine that anarchy, you know, and if you look at it, anarchy always used to be those skinhead metal type guys that would shave their heads and they draw anarchy on everything back in the day. So I don't know. It just kind of made sense to me. But maybe people disagree with anarchy being left wing. Maybe they disagree with it being right wing. But yeah, they do. The left LARPs is anarchy, but that's the problem. There's no possible way the left gets to small government. It just never happens. Ever. You know what I mean? And I think too many people also think anarchy means like everyone out for themselves, start smash and grab like it's the worst thing. Anarchy actually just means like absolutely no hierarchy whatsoever. No government whatsoever. And look at one of the most right-wing places in the world has anarchy, isn't it? Isn't it El Salvador? Is it El Salvador? I can't remember. One of those countries. Very, very small country, complete anarchy, but like most libertarian state like ever. And they have it's a fantastic area. It's a very safe area. Every citizen's armed and they work together really, really well. I can't remember what it is. Which South American country has no government? What is it? Okay, I thought I'd get... Maybe AI will answer here. Not Venezuela, because they have a regime under Nicolas Maduro, so yeah, there's that. Okay, so no, they're not saying anything about any South American country. I know it's like a little fishing country, and it's small. It's very small. I don't know. It's not important now. Let's see.
They've done so to liberate people, namely from the decadence, the quote-unquote shackles of the Western world. I'm just a little bit, I guess, flummoxed as to how you would define Communist China, the Communist Chinese Party, as right-wing.
Well, because when Marx wrote his communist ideologies, it was conservative-based. He didn't enjoy other people, races. He wanted to eliminate races.
What does that have to do with conservatism?
It has to do with human rights, because conservatism isn't looking to liberate people from, or define human rights. It's looking to remove human rights. It's conserving the beliefs of the state and conserving the beliefs of elitism.
Okay, so what if your premise is flawed? So what if conservatism, and I understand, by the way, I agree with you, it means different things across. For example, conservative in the UK. In Canada, you're basically a liberal or a liberal separatist. There's no real conservative party. But in the United States, it's not about conserving the state. As a matter of fact, our Constitution is very unique in that it said the state doesn't grant any rights. So preserving the Constitution where you are granted inalienable rights, meaning birthrights, by God. And the state only serves to recognize...
You know, in all fairness, for people who do say that Steven Crowder's like closeted gay, he does have a little bit of wood in his mouth. Just saying.
Those rights and protect them. And so if the state ever infringes upon the rights that are naturally yours by birthright...
But who assigned natural rights?
Well, that's again, the founding fathers would be conservative. But natural rights being...
Republican?
Well, this is before the Republican Party.
Am I correct?
This is the Republican Party.
Yeah.
But I'm just confused. So you would say that Communist China, conservative...
I would say it's autocracy that uses conservative...
Okay, but how is that conservative? For example, you say doing away with races. How is that conservative?
It conserves their power over the state, or over the nation.
And black and white.
So you believe that conservatives want the state to have more power?
I think that we define conservative beliefs by our Republican values. But conservatism across the globe looks very different.
Okay. Well, I agree that different parties, because there's also the Conservative Party, for example, whereas here at the Republican Party. We're talking about conservatism in the United States. It seems to me that your presupposition is that conservatives, Republicans want more state control, want more government power.
She keeps trying to go global when we're talking about the United States.
Liberals.
That's always what's really
that would apply over
annoying
healthcare, what you can eat, what you can drive.
They don't ever stick
taxes,
to the topic.
They're more left, more liberal, more open-minded on the left of those policies.
Quite a bit.
Okay, I would just disagree with that. Considering if you just look at marginal tax rates and you look at gun policy, you look at speech policy, you look at energy policy, what you can drive. But going back to political violence, you said you wouldn't want to ascribe the uptick that we both recognize, political violence to the left. What would be required for it to be ascribed to the left? What if they said it was? Like, what if someone?
I would say, like, I'm looking at this globally.
Well, let's talk about here in the United States, because that's what we're discussing. Yeah. Like, what I'm asking you is, what would be required if someone were to commit an act of political violence and you consider it on the left? What if they said it's because they're on the left? Would that count?
I would say so, no. I think if somebody is doing an act and towards the left, what side of the left and why? Because what we refer to as the left is now a religion and ideology.
I would agree with
this
that.
is a secular movement.
Secular humanism, yeah.
Okay, well, at least she's smart enough to say that the left is literally like an ideology and a religious movement now. So, I mean, that's at least something. Even the left is starting to recognize that, hey, their own is literally like just unhinged completely. For some reason, she's still defending them, which is odd. But at least she's able to come out and be like, yeah, there's something a little bit, wrong with the left at the moment.
Well, you can really say demonic too, because like a lot of those people are nuts. And to try to return back to their liberalist state, because in some ways, liberalists believe that they've been robbed of human rights. It's a radicalism of people.
Right.
That, honestly, if the conservatives like maybe 20 years ago started assigning themselves the idea of human rights or like public policy and things like that, they're probably going to switch around for the conservative movement to be more actually the radical people.
Do you mean like the Civil Rights Act or like
Civil Rights
Emancipation Proclamation?
Well, I couldn't possibly put even like Antifa in general as like I couldn't really look at them as a morally gray. Like, morally gray would be people who would be actively fighting, you know what I mean? Not LARPing, but actually fighting a regime. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to describe it other than like, if they were actually like, fighting against like a communist government or something, sure, I could agree that they're morally like gray. The problem is in this country, there is no excuse. I know that the left will come here and they'll say all day long that they're morally gray and that they're able to, they act out violent because, that's how you get regime change and stuff. But the problem is they're allowed to exist in the United States. They had been for the longest time up until just a couple days ago. Antifa could freely exist. They could express their opinions, do whatever they wanted for the most part, as long as they didn't get violent. And then they got violent for so long. And nobody stopped them for the longest time. And we dealt with that for a while. And finally, we've had enough. It's like, no, you guys can't exist anymore. You won't exist anymore. By the end of Trump's presidency, there'll never probably be another Antifa movement in this country again. I'm willing to bet there won't be. Because we're going to get rid of all of that. It's pretty unbelievable. These little LARPers think that they're going to get out from behind their computer and start doing Antifa. But really, there's not, like, there's just nothing to gain from that. There's hardly any people whatsoever that actually join Antifa. It's just silly stuff. It's LARPing garbage. They're not going to get out of their mother's basement to go join Antifa. Most of them don't. They support them from online. And then they'll die off because they're never going to have kids, Hell yeah, InfoWars. Good to see you. Antifa only want to oppress people. They pretend to care about animals, black, Asians, women. Like how you... Okay. Like how you... I'm not going to say that out loud, actually. Never mind. That was just funny. I know you didn't... I know your English probably isn't exactly the best. But you ordered things in a weird way there that were funny. I know Antifa is more evil than morally gray. Yeah. Striking similarity with their... Well, I don't know why, but Team Plasma sounds like an anagram for trans. I don't know why, it just looks like that to me. So it's just one of those funny things about it that I could definitely just see that.
Freedom of speech policy, Section 230, Second Amendment. Do you mean those kinds of rights?
Those kinds of rights. But
if the right had been spearheading those?
And probably a little bit more socialist ideals. But of course...
Well, it's not just change the definitions, right? What you can't do, or I would disagree with doing, is saying racist means conservative, because it doesn't, right? Most slaveholders would be Democrat, and I know we would talk about how the parties have switched. You can't say KKK equal those...
Nobody can even cite a switch. Nobody. There's not been a time, I haven't seen anybody that switched from a Democrat to Republican and was like in the KKK. Genuinely haven't. There was no party switch. On what? May 16th, 1978, the party switched? Like, it just doesn't even make any sense. Did a few people switch? Yeah, but it wasn't like some big movement thing. And it just muddied the water. But you could always tell who was who. Like, oh my God, was it that hard to tell Robert Byrd and David Duke? The guys who only had the Clintons, like, support, and Joe Biden's support, Obama's support, which is odd, right? But whatever. Really weird how those guys literally only got the support of the Democrats. Biden gave his eulogy at his funeral in 2010. Are you kidding me? Hillary Clinton said that he was a mentor. Like, It's so laughable. Republicans were never the slaveholders. Republicans were never the racists or anything like that. The Democrats just started calling them that whenever it was like, oh, they really don't like it. I mean, it's literally like, just like the old South Park trope, where the Klan was like, hey, if we agree with them, they'll automatically disagree. So now they won't change our flag, because they would just be like, we want the new flag. They'd be like, yeah, well, we're sticking to our old one. Like, oh, okay. So it gave the Klan like a lot of power. And it's hilarious because it's so real in reality. The Klan is absolutely like, they know they have that kind of power. So they start calling themselves Republican, and then all of a sudden they get a big movement to their party, the Democrats. It's pretty obvious to me anyway, seeing how literally only the Democrats supported the Klan. It's kind of weird how that works.
Be largely Democrats. There's nothing conservative about racism. There's nothing.
Again, I think that we're saying that Republican parties and Democratic parties. When conservative,
that's what we're doing. We're discussing it here in the States.
Assignment of Republican, because if you want to argue that Republicans were liberating people, wouldn't that constitute as a left nowadays?
Why would that be left?
Because they're liberating people from slavery, and it's a Republican mindset.
No, I don't see how that would be left at all. As a matter of fact, I think your fundamental flaw that I would argue is this idea that the left is more concerned with individual liberty. That makes sense why you would ascribe conservatism to communism. I think you'd be hard pressed to find anyone who agrees with you. But right now, on the political violence, let me ask you this.
Karl Marx, he was a conservative.
Wanted to do away with the nuclear family, wanted to seize the means of production and distribution. I just won't agree with you that anything about that is conservative. The political violence, the assassination of Charlie Kirk.
Confusing conservative with Republican ideals. Okay. The Republican ideal is to protect the family. In some ways, you could say it's conservative.
Sure, yeah, conservative. Again, and Karl Marx wanted the state to be in charge of the family.
That is the American perspective of conservatism.
Okay.
But the arrival, like what is liberalism, what is conservatism, we can't assign it to American Republican Party or Democratic Party because people hold left-leaning views in the Republican Party.
Sure.
We can say that Republicans want to liberate the world from war nowadays, at least with Donald Trump's administration, and that the Democratic Party wanted to do more war in, Bush's era. Right? So what is it confusing?
Well, did you say Bush was a Republican? But I would agree with you.
Maybe it's a Clinton. Clinton was.
Yeah, I mean, I will say this: all presidents have been more pro-war than how they campaign.
Wow. She even thinks Bush was a Democrat. Can you believe that? She was like, "Yeah, Bush. He caused more wars and stuff." And Steve Crowder had to go, "Well, he was actually a Republican." She was like, "What?" That's how much like the Democrats act. Like, can you honestly tell me a difference between Bill Clinton, George Bush, and Obama's presidencies at all? Genuinely? Like, we just progressively got into more wars. The rhetoric was getting worse and worse and worse. Our economy was getting worse and worse and worse. Very gradually and devastatingly so. From Bill Clinton all the way to Obama. Like, nothing ever improved under any of those guys. They were all the same throughout, and she knew that. And she thought Bush was a Democrat. That's hilarious. I have been saying it for so long, and now whenever the younger generation's looking back at these presidencies, they're like, oh, wow, yeah, this guy had to be a Democrat, right? And it's like, no, he just acted a hell of a lot like one. Crazy, huh? Just amazing how that happens. That's crazy, though. Like, from Ronald Reagan, who knew that we would go through the worst 40 years of presidents, like, ever possible? That's, wow. It's just wild. We are very lucky to have Trump at this point in time, but, man, that is, blue dress and Big Mike were the only two differences between their presidencies. Everything else, business as usual. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's, not just that, but, what was I thinking of? The 9/11, all that stuff. I mean, think about it. Bill Clinton, he had the Oklahoma, the Timothy McVeigh, Bush had 9/11. Obama had the Boston bombing, and then everything else that happened in between, And it's just kind of weird, right? Just kind of odd, in my opinion. These very, you could kind of connect the government to a lot of these situations. Almost every single time, especially with Timothy McVeigh,
With the exception of Donald Trump, I think we would agree on that. Political violence, the assassination of Charlie Kirk in cold blood. Would that be leftist political violence?
I think that was a sadist.
Okay. Darrell Brooks, Waukesha, running people over. He's a black supremacist who wanted to kill cops and white people. Would that be leftist political violence?
And he is a part of the BLM or black supremacy movement.
And would you not consider that among the left? Antifa, would that be considered among the left?
I think that they're assigning themselves a party to assimilate with, but that doesn't necessarily, it doesn't account for leftist values. Because the leftist
This poor girl, she's very sheltered. I get what she's doing. She's got, like, really respectable, like, normie left-wing parents that are slightly left-wing, and they probably have raised her very sheltered, and now she's in college. And she's just like, what? No, those are the crazy people. None of these people are on the left. It's like, ma'am, your parents did a good job raising you because you clearly have never been online a day in your life. You know what I mean? Like, this girl was protected from Twitter. You could just tell because the way she's responding to all of this is just very much like, what are you talking about? What? Those guys aren't leftists. They're like, yeah, bad pause.
So let me ask you, because I don't want to waste too much time on this. How would you curb political violence, right? The whole reason for crime statistics is a risk assessment to see who's most likely to be victimized and prevent it in the future.
I don't know.
I get that you're in college and I understand that things can be kind of nebulous or abstract, but there are real people dying, right? And some of them are people I've known sitting in this exact. Okay. So where is the violence coming from in the country right now when you take into account Charlie Kirk? I mean, what just happened here down the road at ICE, or Alvarado, I'm not sure it's pronounced. Well, we've been gone more than 3 days in the last 3 weeks. That's significant acts of.
I believe in his tongue he would call it Alvarudo.
Self-identified leftist terrorism. How would you curb it? If you're going to curb political violence, it seems like you're not willing to say that anything is political within the paradigm that's universally recognized. What would you do?
I think people need to get off social media. They're becoming radicalized through that.
And see, that's probably why she comes up with that answer too, get everyone off social media. She probably genuinely was taught to not be on social media. Genuinely, I think that's the case. And that's probably why she's probably one of the really rare, like, genuine, like, 90s Democrat. Her parents probably stayed out of politics and stuff, didn't pay attention to any of it. They have kind of just, been like, oh yeah, we're Democrat. Just kind of lightly pushed her into, like, being Democrat and all, like they were. She probably doesn't even actually genuinely realize that she's a Trump supporter at this point in time. Guarantee you she probably doesn't,
Okay.
How much time can you spend on TikTok, like, cycling through the same, violent ideologies? Because conservatives can have all.
I'm banned from TikTok because I said Xi Jinping has a small penis, so that's the Communist Party.
I can say Instagram as well.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah, I agree that social media can be very toxic, but we're seeing real acts of violence. So assuming that you can't wave your magic wand and ban all social media.
Are you meaning in terms of, like, policies? Like, if I had a seat in...
Well, we need to identify the problem. Where do you think the political violence is coming from more right now?
I think on a global scale...
In the United States.
Both.
In the United States.
In the United States, I can't speak on the United States because I don't think it's just the United States.
No, but that's what the conversation...
See, that's her problem. I don't speak of the United States. I can't think. That's just it's just the whole thing that drives me nuts about the left. The left is literally like, no, we have to talk about the entire world. We can't just talk about the United States. And it's like, no, we could talk just about the United States. Like, we don't have to globalize at all. We genuinely don't. And we never should. That is such a stupid, stupid idea.
So if you don't want to, that's okay. But I appreciate you taking the time. I appreciate the disagreement.
Here's the thing.
The disagreement.
You don't want to create, like, it's good for powerful countries to be separate. Because if they're all one country, you're given a single key over to the power of the entire world all at once. It's just never, ever a good idea. That's how you get a dystopia where you're not even allowed to leave your little, like, 2x2 apartment,
You're never going to get me to say that the Communist Chinese Party is right-wing.
Well, of course you wouldn't, because, like, you represent the Conservative Party and the Republican Party mostly.
There's no Conservative Party here. I'm just conservative.
There are examples of people who are carrying out things violently, but it is not just the leftist ideology. It is a religion to something greater. And that's what I just want to assign it, is that because, yeah, of course. And, like,
she's about to make a dumb statement.
No, and I think, we would agree, Karl Marx loathed religion and wanted to replace it with the religion of the state.
Yeah.
And that's what we see from these leftists. But I appreciate you sitting down, Madison. Thank you very much. Are those furry pants?
Is that it?
What the heck? Furry pants and what?
Well, they're fur.
Pants.
Oh, they're bear pants. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Shoes that are very, very...
Did I not get to the beginning of this?
I'm presupposing that predominantly.
Oh, weird. I don't know how I missed it, but oh well. She ended up saying something along the lines of, like, China is... This was her, right? I think it was this girl. But no, it wasn't the first one. This girl ended up saying something like China was a communist country, but communism is conservative. And it just blew me away. I don't even know how I would have responded to that. I would have been like, I don't think you are ready to talk on camera about this. You should go read up badly. Because she's like, well, it's not left. They're very right wing. And it's just like, oh, you poor thing. Who, like, that's crazy. Like, who let you out of your box? Go back to your box. You know what I mean? Not. That's light. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. I ended up missing that one point. But there was another thing I wanted. I can't even remember what it was. One of these guys here. Oh, man. I know I was working earlier and I could not think of the point I wanted to make. Oh, well. There is that. Let's see here, though. So, this is apparently Chuck Schumer right now. I just kind of want to go over this before I have to get off here. Let's see. Yeah, she's kind of dumb. The thing is, these are creatures that avoid reality. Yeah, pretty much. Gnosticism at the roots of communism, socialism, corporatism. Tick history has proven that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like that guy a lot. When am I running for office? Oh, God. I don't want to get involved in that. I feel like, when you get in office at this point, I'm not sure, 100%. It's just, I just feel it's so likely you get up into office and then you just get blackmailed, almost instantly, or threatened, or like, hey, we'll literally, we're going to mess you up if you do this. And it's just like, especially when you start off in local government, which I think local government is probably as, like, even more corrupt than federal government in general. I don't think there's too much hope for local government at all. It seems really bad. And it just seems like you get right on in and you get pulled along. You know what I mean? And there's nobody there to help you shoot, what am I saying? The local government. I don't know why I was trying to say lowest government for. It just popped right into my head. But anyway, local government. There's nobody there to help you. If something like that happens, it's just like, okay, well, this sucks. And then it's just a very miserable time. You say anything out loud, nobody sees you. Like, who's going to see me? You know what I mean? And then I get capped or something. You know what I mean? And it's like, no one's going to know. No one's ever going to remember. Now, maybe if I were like, I don't know, able to make waves, possibly, then I could get it out to at least a lot of people and a lot of that information could get shared. But if I can't get information out there, if only a few people out there know what happened to me, probably just dies off with all them people. Gets forgotten. You know what I mean? Just, yeah, one of those situations where I'd have to do a little bit more. You know what I mean? We'll have to see. Get a little bit more views on it. Then I could probably make some sort of difference. But I don't know. I just... I think I would go nuts if I ended up getting a government job. It just does not sound like a good time. Let's see. Incredible moment. Senate Chuck Schumer gets on the Senate floor and says New York Times poll that blames Democrats for the government shutdown is biased. Then laughter erupts across the Senate. That's really, really funny.
Now, I know the leader is going to show a poll that says
Let's see.
that Democrats will be blamed for the shutdown. There are many more polls that show Republicans are blamed. The question in that poll is biased. Biased. In the New York Times, but it's biased. If you turn the... That's true. I don't always believe the New York Times. You can be sure of that. Neither do you.
He knows. Look at him smiling. He knows he goofed bad. That's hilariously bad. That's amazing. He knows he just stuck his foot right in it. Like, it's unbelievable. Let me explain why. Very simply, that it is indeed the Democrats' fault that the government shut down. Government said, we want you to fund health care to illegal immigrants. And Donald Trump said, no. And they said, okay, we'll shut the government down. And that's what they did. So, I don't know, maybe don't shut the government down. It was the Democrats who did it, literally. They made the demand, and then they said, shut down unless you do this. Trump is not demanding anything of the Democrats. I haven't seen any demands other than telling them to get back to work. But I haven't seen, like, him making demands to the Democrats and saying he won't open the government back up until they agree. No, it's the other way around. Crazy, but it's Trump's fault, of course, because Trump won't do what they tell him. So therefore, it's just got to be Trump's fault. Every time. Every time, that's how the Democrats frame it, you know? Well, they make me do it. They made me hit him. They made me shoot him. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's everyone else's fault that you committed an action. Wild how that happens, you know?
Okay.
Anyway, so what else is going on right now with him? AOC blatantly lies and says Schumer shutdown isn't about illegals getting free health care. Here we go. Ending Medicaid funding for most non-citizens. The Democrat resolution here. You know, let's get this. The Democrat continuing resolution spends nearly $200 billion on health care subsidies for illegal immigrants and other non-citizens. So, WFTCA Section 71109, ending Medicare funding for most non-citizens. Okay. Cost of repeal in millions. Wow. That's, I don't even know how to do the math on that very well. That's $6,211 million. So, what would that be? Like 600 million, or is that 6 billion? Like, I don't know if that's how you would read that out or not. Tough to say. Anyway, ending enhanced FMAP for emergency care to illegal immigrants, closing the California loophole, ending Medicare funding for most non-citizens, ending Obamacare funding for most non-citizens, repealing the Obamacare special rule for immigrants. Yeah, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to be giving money to illegals. Why would we do that?
The fact of the matter is, undocumented people do not and cannot access and be covered by the ACA, Medicaid, Medicare, period. There are dozens of laws in the books that enforce that, and that can be a whole other conversation. However, the fact is the Democratic proposal doesn't change that either. We are trying to change the immediate cliff where the ACA, as well as community health center funding and other kinds of healthcare funding, are about to go off a cliff and hurt millions of people. The fact of the matter is, undocumented people do...
Okay. You're destroying everything up here on the desk. Calm down. I promise we'll go... Okay, I'll throw it. No, sit. There you go. That dog. Oh, my God. Anyway, so let me redo this real quick.
The fact of the matter is, undocumented people do not and cannot access and be covered by the ACA, Medicaid, Medicare, period. There are dozens of laws in the books that enforce that, and that can be a whole other conversation.
Then why not just go ahead and say, okay, we will capitulate. We will not seek funding for this. Why not?
However, the fact is the Democratic proposal doesn't change that either. We are trying to change the immediate cliff where the ACA, as well as community health center funding and other kinds of healthcare funding, are about to go off a cliff and hurt millions of people. The fact of the matter...
Okay, it's about to go off of a cliff and hit millions. Do you really think so? Is there any proof to this at all? Can you show me Trump's proposal saying we just want to cut the funding completely off to it? Like, any evidence at all? But of course they can't, you know? See what this guy says. Minnesota to allow all undocumented residents to enroll in Minnesota Care. Okay. Yeah, that was May of 2023. Okay. Since starting January 1st, 2024, there is a new option for health insurance available for undocumented immigrants over the age of 65. New York State of Health. Official health plan marketplace. Okay. That's insane. That's absolutely crazy. Like, but she's pretending like it doesn't exist, you know? Due to Senator Schumer's shutdown over his deranged demand that we provide free health care for illegal aliens and that we reverse the Republican reforms blocking handouts to able-bodied adults who refuse to work, I have asked the financial clerk of the Senate to hold my salary. Okay. Alrighty. Well, good for you, Ted Cruz. They're going to hold his salary, this rich man's salary. That's, I mean, shoot, if Donald Trump said this too, I'd be like, okay, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, that's just a silly flex. Rich people are so out of touch. It's unbelievable. Doesn't matter if you're left wing or right wing. Rich people are freaking out of touch completely. As if we don't know that he is absolutely loaded and he could go decades without having a salary and be just fine. Anyway, just in, President Trump's, this is 20 hours ago. Okay. Republicans must use this opportunity of Democrat forced closure to clear out dead wood, waste, and fraud. Billions of dollars can be saved. Okay. You could probably do that. That'd be good. Let's see what the latest is on any of this. Is there any, like, actual updates? Oh, God. Whoopi Goldberg. What is this? Is this... Because they show MSNBC here. This looks like a thumbnail for somebody else's channel. I don't want to watch their video, but... See if this is
It's
MSNBC.
happening.
Oh, okay. It's this guy. All right. I was hoping that there'd be a clip. Let's see here. This is breaking. President Trump confirmed that it's the Democrats' fault for Schumer shutdown. Okay, let's see.
If the
Let's see it.
shutdown goes for a little bit of time, sir? Well, there was an OMB memo going around suggesting that there might be firings during the shutdown. Do you think that will happen if the shutdown goes for a little bit of time, sir?
Well, there could be firings, and that's their fault. And it could also be other things. I mean, we could cut projects that they wanted, favorite projects, and they'd be permanently cut. So you could say, a lot of people are saying Trump wanted this, that I wanted this closing, and I didn't want it. But a lot of people are saying it because I'm allowed to cut things that should have never been approved in the first place. And I will probably do that.
There was an OMB.
He should do that. That is a brilliant strategy. Just go in there and be like, okay, well, now I'm just going to start cutting stuff until you open the government back up. That's amazing. That's absolutely awesome. I really, really hope to see that. That's going to be so much fun. Oh, man, I'm going to have so much fun covering that specifically. I really hope to capture people's reactions. Hey, so do you guys, before I get off here, okay, I'm just going to, I have a Discord. If you guys aren't in it, please join it. I know Discord may seem like it's daunting, but it's not that difficult. It's really not, and it's just a great place to chat. You can do it on your phone, download the Discord app, stuff like that. We would really like to have you in there. Okay. Sneezed myself right into a coma, just about. Wow. Anyway. Genuinely, like, it would be awesome to have everyone in the Discord. But also, I would like to get ideas from you guys. I'd like you guys to send me stuff to watch. I haven't done it yet, just because there's not quite enough to make, like, a whole bunch of stuff yet off of it. The gaming bits. Ooh. We're gonna be recording this weekend. So, thank you. I appreciate that, Alexander. Yeah, a little bit of allergies going on out here since it heated up a bit. But yeah, genuinely, I would like to get some people to send stuff and just start watching some really funny things on there. I have some rules that I need to show though. I'm looking to react to like genuine lefty screw ups, something like that. Funny videos when it involves something pertaining to the channel particularly. You know what I mean? Like hilarious police videos of them arresting like, some lefties or something acting out. Just something funny to react to. That'll be fun. It doesn't have to be specifically that, but it does have to kind of fit the theme of the channel. I don't want to watch like, animation of Barney stabbing up somebody or something. You know what I mean? Or My Little Pony parodies or anything like that. I'm looking at you. Anyway. No, nothing. I'm not looking to just like start watching people's content or anything like that. Hey, you can't be over there. You know that. Over here. Yes. Good boy. But anyway, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I can't just watch like people's content like Team 4-Star or Mr. Beast would be a great example. Like I guess you could say of like I'm not looking to just watch entertainment and be like, oh, this is funny. Oh, this is cool. It's more like public videos that people can't necessarily claim. You know what I mean? I just want to if I'm watching someone's video legitly You know, I kind of want them to be a little aware of it, that I'll be doing that and, you know, have things kind of squared away just so we don't have problems. You know, people have their own content. People are funny about it. I know there's fair use in certain ways, but there's a gray area in fair use too, when you're just, you know, doing like what Hassan's doing or something, watch someone's content fully without like hardly reacting at all, and you're just stealing the views. It's just, I don't even want to get close to being accused of that. You know what I mean? Become a furry and review furry videos. Okay, so what exactly would furry videos mean? Like, am I going to watch two furries doing it or something? Because that's, that'd be odd. I don't think YouTube would allow that, and I also don't know if I want to watch that. You know what I mean? Oh, has Team 4-Star done that? Well, they did that probably to keep their acting jobs. You know what I mean? That's probably realistically it. I doubt there's no way that they actually genuinely are all like super woke or something. Because if you go back and listen to some of their super early jokes, there's a very low chance that they actually think like that. You know what I mean? They probably just straight up are like, well, we don't want to get fired. You know, and accepted it. Hey, no, sir. You know you're not allowed to come up there like that. Man, you are destroying that. Not being very nice. Here, go get your ball. Get your ball. I'll get it. I'll throw it. Okay, sit. Go get it. Good boy. That's all he wants me to do. Can you imagine what those suits smell? Oh, God. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But anyway, guys, you know, it's just, yeah, if you guys could go down, join the Discord below. I promise it's a much easier process than you think. And the chats are fun, you know. I'm trying to get more and more involved in it. And, yeah, you know, we'll get that figured out. I think it'll be a lot of fun to react to some just genuine, like, lefties getting the tar knocked out of them or, you know, getting dragged off and arrested, or even things, you know, just things along those lines. Watching any kind, if you guys find like any videos of just leftists melting down, screaming at the camera that I could just react to as well, that'd be funny. I'd just like to have fun with it. It's been bleak. It's been very bleak and black pilling on the channel as of late. A lot of things have just been going on, and it's getting dark. You know what I mean? So I just kind of want something to brighten up the day and have a little bit of fun with you guys and have some laughs, you know, while also celebrating some of the good stuff and, you know, not taking in the dark as nearly as often. What's up with the Vatican? Why is that trend happening? This is how the Vatican deals with illegals. The Vatican city-state, as a sovereign entity, enforces strict border controls and has recently, as of January 2025, implemented tougher penalties for illegal entry into its territory. Individuals caught attempting unauthorized access face arrest, imprisonment, fines, and a ban from re-entering for up to 15 years. Okay. What's this for? Pope Leo says Americans that support migrants being deported aren't really pro-life. Man, this Pope, there's something genuinely wrong with them. All the popes, really. And here's the thing. Is this the new Pope now? Is this the Pope from Tulsa? So this guy's from my neck of the woods, literally. Y'all know that? The new Pope, like, for some reason, I can't remember why. I think he taught here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And now, that's our Pope. Wild, right? And this dude is apparently now saying that illegals should not be, you know, taken out of our country. That's pretty freaking crazy, isn't it? Oh, that makes me ashamed that this guy's from freaking Oklahoma. Sucks. Yes, more Pope Leo. Whatever. Should have mentioned at least one example of inhuman treatment on immigrant in U.S. That's just crazy. You know, Pope wants other countries to let them in, but doesn't want them. We should start deporting them to the Vatican. That'd be hilarious. We should actually start deporting all these people to the Vatican. You know? American-born, Chicagoan Pope. He, I know he's from Chicago as well, but wasn't... Let me see. I gotta find out. Tulsa. Oh, okay. That's cool. Don't post that. You know, good job. Yeah. He was, what did he do in Tulsa? Pope, okay, formerly served at Catholic school in Tulsa. Yeah, okay. I thought so. He was like a teacher here for a Catholic school. So he was from 1991 to, let's see. He formerly served at Cassia Hall Preparatory School in Tulsa on the board of directors from 1999 to 2001. Okay, yeah. He was here for a little while. What the heck? Oh, the sun's starting to really come through that window, and it's blinding the green screen here, so you can. That looks weird, that sunlight, but it actually doesn't look that weird when you turn around and look, and it looks the same color as that. Yeah. Anyway, it's funny how it looks on a green screen though. So yeah, this Pope was literally in Tulsa for a little bit teaching. Kind of weird, right? I guess it wasn't, or they said preparatory school, right? But I didn't think that was specifically Catholic. Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? I don't know what's going on with the Catholics. You know what I mean? It's just, everything about it's kind of weird. Let's see. I had such high hopes for Pope Leo until he decided to bless a block of ice at the Vatican's climate change event. Well, okay. Yep. Something is definitely very, very weird. How in the world? Who is it that has control over the Vatican now with this ideology? They are trying so hard in every top tier, how would I put it? In every leadership position to put this woke garbage out there. It's just crazy, right? I mean, good God, who made this block of ice too? Did they remove this block of ice from like the North Pole or something? And then he blessed it, and they put it back all the way out there, and it's just kind of crazy, isn't it? Man, this is definitely a very strange guy. Man, that is so weird. I wonder if this was the inspiration for the Vatican climate change coordinators, right? That's so weird. I don't know why our last two popes have been just the absolute strangest of the strange, you know? Let's see. Pope Francis was a communist. Yeah, Pope Francis was... Yeah. Pope Francis was very, very, very bizarre. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is. What is it with popes defending illegal immigrants? Yeah, exactly. Was he actually gay? Or didn't he just support gay marriage? And yeah, he demonized ICE doing their job. Yet, ironically, blessing ICE. I mean, that was funny, right? I don't know. Finally, they've turned their opinion around on ICE. You know what I mean? Oh, man. Oh, my God. I thought he had a hammer. I thought this was actually going to turn into something, like, different. We need to implement the successful reforms of Vatican II with even more conviction. I genuinely do not know what they're trying to say. You know? You don't live far from Manchester. This attack is uniquely unsurprising when you consider hundreds of thousands of illegal migrants from certain countries are here unchecked. Yeah, exactly. No, it's not surprising. It's very, very, very unsurprising. You know, it sucks. Last two comments won't post. That's weird. I saw, F this guy. But, let's see. I don't know. I can't see anything about it at all. I mean, he could have been. Okay, I thought it was confirmed. I was like, I actually didn't know that. I feel like that would have been a really big deal if, like, to the left in general, you know, if he were. Because they wouldn't have been able to shut up about it. Okay. Yes, I know. I promise I'll take you outside. I promise. We'll play fetch. I know. Okay, give it to me. Give it to me. No, not the ground. Man, you guys can't see this because it's a green squeaky bone, but go get it. Oh, man. Oh, why is this trending now too? Sorry guys, I keep trying to actually end the stream and I keep finding things that are not good. Since everyone's talking about it, I figured I'd throw in my 2 cents. If you ignored cuties in 2020 and kept paying Netflix, you made it clear that, oh, yeah. No, that's true. Canceling now doesn't make you righteous. It just proves you never cared until it was trendy. Well, maybe. I mean, that was 5 years ago. How many people literally were like, I don't know, 13 when it came out? And now they're 18 today and they have a Netflix subscription? Guy probably really didn't think about that. You know what I mean? At 13, you probably didn't know anything about cuties at all. And then, 18 years old, you're probably like, oh, I'm kind of getting more into the know. And then, oh, cancel Netflix. You know what I mean? Weird. It wouldn't let you say that. Laughing if they got that ice from a receding glacier? Is there somehow a word out of that that's like a cuss word? IFT. No, I don't see anything that would be like a cuss word if like all the words are mashed together. You know? So yeah, I don't know why I wouldn't let you say that. That's really, really weird. Huh. Pope John Paul II seemed okay. The Polish goat keeper. Who was the John, who was it that was the Pope in 1966 or something like that? Or sometime in the 60s, he took another Pope's name, and it was like from another Pope in the 50s that was like an anti-Pope. It was very, very weird. Like they had like something strange. In this economy, $30 is 30. Am I wrong? No, you ain't wrong. What, you looking to make $30? Because I got some weird stuff I can have you do, man. Toadmeister. We could get real weird. Ooh, anyway. But yeah, who was that? It's a very weird very, very weird situation. Like, he took an anti-Pope's name, and then they had, like, the white smoke come out, and then the black smoke came out again after. So there was, like, some sort of weird dispute or something, and then, like, a week later, the white smoke came out again, which has never happened before. And it also never happened before that a pope took another pope's name, you know? So they would always take a, what are their names? A disciple, you know? But anti-pope is just a pope that isn't officially elected. He was still like, wasn't he like actually legit in the most common, like in the most like sense though, in actual anti-pope that got elected in there? Like he was like, I forget specifically what he did. I'll have to listen to it again. It's been like a year since I heard about that. Just kind of, you know, brought that back to memory. Oh, yeah, the smoke is a prop. They know who it'll be. It was just weird, like, in the 60s, you know, they, like, it was black smoke coming out, and then he, opened, you know, did it again. Die laughing, see this? Wait, what? Oh, I see what you're saying. I'll die laugh. Oh. Die laughing won't post. Yeah, that makes sense, probably. I could see YouTube censoring that. But the other thing about the glacier, I have no idea why. Oh, wait. I see. Laughing if they got that ice from... Okay, so you're saying you'll die laughing. Okay. But why wouldn't it just let you post in one sentence, laughing if they got that ice from a receding glacier? I can understand the first part, I'll die. Like, you know, that's like... because, you know, YouTube is very, very, very anti, like, in anything, like, quote-unquote suicidal or anything like that. So they look for stuff like that. That's, yeah, unfortunately, something I can't change. Hey, you're not allowed to be on the keyboard. Come on, boy. I know. I promise. You're done. I know. He's done. He is very much upset with me with how long I've been on here. Let's see. So, thousands dropped their Netflix account in just a matter of hours after posting. The hemorrhage at Netflix continued all night. Despite the massive backlash from cuties, they still advertise shows. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. Stockton Street, don't care. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane. Am I following these guys? Huh. Didn't they mess up earlier? Didn't they mess something up? I can't remember. Nobody cares about this. Look at this. None. Someone gave a heart. There we go. Whoa, okay. Double action relief AIDS. That's funny. Trump never saw a camera he didn't want to get in front of until now. What's he so afraid of the American people seeing? What are you talking about? Trump is on camera every day. Every day. What are you talking about? He just got in front of camera. Like, what was that, like an hour ago? He literally has been on camera today. So, I don't know what this guy's going on about. Then I like how he's like AIDS to that. That's very funny. What is he talking about? Exclusive Democratic leaders in Congress challenged Trump and GOP leaders to meet in front of press on Friday. Just so there's no ambiguity, you're saying to Donald Trump, to Senator Thune, J.D. Vance shows up at the Capitol. We're going to do this in front of the press and address these issues before the American people, correct? Jeffries. That's my position, and we'll even let Mike Johnson to the meeting as well. Okay. Where have they said they either wouldn't? What? I'm so confused. Hakeem Jeffries says, we are ready to debate the government funding and the Republican healthcare crisis. Anytime, any place, with cameras rolling. Trump, Veep, Speaker Johnson, what say you? He really doesn't need to. I think they're trying to call him out because they know Trump, his strategy. He's already announced it. Trump is just going to start literally cutting government. And they're trying to distract him, I think, is the whole plan. I think they're like, oh, we'll come out right now and what they'll do is they'll probably either actually really try hard to debate because it's better than Trump cutting all their programs. So it would be very smart. It would be a very smart strategy for the Democrats to do that. Or they'll filibuster. They'll filibuster the whole thing and just waste everyone's time. You know what I mean? Again, simply trying to keep Trump from cutting government, like, funding and stuff, which Trump now can freely do with the government shut down. He could just go and start slashing stuff, and there's nobody who can stop him. So they've kind of opened themselves up. You know, this is a really big deal for Trump. Like I said, I think for the rest of the week, we're going to see him start actually cutting stuff pretty hard. And I think you're going to start seeing Democrats absolutely panic, and they're going to give in. They're going to give in very quickly because they can't afford. It's literally like you're playing a game of chess, and then all your pawns go on strike right at the beginning of the game. You know what I mean? And it's like, cool, I'm just going to start taking your pieces. And they're going to be like, holy shit, that was a bad move. You know? Is that fat guy a Photoshop picture? Yeah. This is J.D. Vance. It's the baby face. The sombrero means will continue until morale improves. I love that. I do like that. Let's see. He's afraid of nothing. Republicans passed a clean CR in the House 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be fine. I think genuinely this is a great way to just distract Trump. You know what I mean? But anyway, guys, I got to hop off here for now. Thank you all so much for joining. I really do appreciate it. I wanted to get to the Sneako comment here about Erica Kirk, but I think I'll try to do that later. I ran out of time. And I got to get this dog outside because he is... Get down. He is absolutely freaking out, and I think he's going to tear something up in a second if he... Okay. I know. He's going to get so mad at me in a second if I don't take him out. So, anyway, thank you all so much for watching, guys. Please like, subscribe, and share. Join my Discord, and I'll see you guys here in the next one. Later. Oops. This. That. There we go. That's right.